Hi there. My name is Jackie Murray, and I'm with Ask a Tech Teacher. I'm your guide through the Structured Learning Technology curriculum. This one for first grade, 32 lessons, and we're on lesson 10. This is Hour of Code. This is one of those lessons that you can move anywhere in the curriculum. It doesn't matter. You can put it in December to go along with the December's Hour of Code, or a lot of people move it till May, towards the end of the school year when students have a little better understanding of the concepts of critical thinking and decision making, and then they do it. So whatever is fine. This is not one that scaffolds on earlier lessons or is necessary for future lessons. It's a standalone. Vocabulary is pretty pithy. These might all be new words. Now they did Hour of Code last year if you followed this curriculum, so they might be somewhat familiar with these words. But it's good to go over them because they're pretty sophisticated words for any age group. Problem solving, my human algorithm is different from my neighbors. Perfectly fine. Let them know that there is not just one answer. It's not like in some tests or some assessments where there's one right answer. There's not. Many times in technology, there are many right answers. And truly in life, there are many right answers. So let's get students thinking along those lines rather than just I'm right or wrong. I can't figure out this program, try, fail, try again. Great way. We adults do it all the time. So here's your essential question and your big idea. Since this is designed to go along with Hour of Code, if you're going to do that, make sure you have about 75 minutes, 60 minutes for the hour of code, and then 15 minutes to set up and debrief, that sort of thing. Assessment is going to be pretty much watching their effort, anecdotal observation of what they're doing. You might ask them to fill in their student workbook and take images of that and use that for assessment. But it's not going to be on a finished product unless you decide you want to. That's actually completely up to you. Okay, discuss critical thinking and problem solving. Coding and programming is very strong in those ideas of getting students to think critically, to be problem solvers, to not wait for someone to come and tell them, or to not be hung up on the idea, I've got to get the right answer, so I need to memorize something. So this is great with critical thinking, problem solving, coding, programming. So cover those ideas with students. If they haven't heard it before, this should be very refreshing for them. Educators like programming and coding because it does teach children to think. You can't be a programmer without engaging your brain. You just have to, because you couldn't memorize. They're always making new things. So when you're making a new pathway, you can't base it on something you memorized. So it is very strong in those ideas. And if you look at the standards for mathematical practice, you'll see lots of them applied here. I think we do here, we get into that over here. And here's some basic programming ideas, if then, and creativity, abstraction, and symbolism that tie tightly in with critical thinking. Okay, so show students these two pictures and ask them when they think of coding and programming, which do they think of? If they have student workbooks, they could actually mark it in their book. Just put a check mark by it, and that's the one that they think it is. Very few people think it's I start here, I finish here. They usually think of coding and programming as this gobbledygook with hash marks and stuff. So you're going to disabuse them of that today. So there are 4 areas you can cover in this lesson. You can do more if you have time, but you can pick one and you'll accomplish your goals, your essential question. You'll answer your essential question, accomplish your goals for this lesson. And here's these 4. So pick the direction you want to go and then give it a shot. You could just follow the one of the online Hour of Code activities, like code.org has some really good ones, and there are many others. So you could follow one of those, and they're very good. They accomplish what you're trying to do with students, and they're fun. So they're always good. You could put together your own Hour of Code by looking at the websites that deal with coding and programming and picking the ones that suit your students. like Scratch Junior, just a great program for youngers. Build with Chrome might be a little mature, Minecraft might be a little mature, but so you want to preview them first and then pick the one, but then just get them, don't teach them the program, but get them learning the program and then spend the hour going through these. Some of them even have an hour of code sort of approach, so it makes it even easier. Make a human robot. You can do this without, you can be unplugged to do this, have someone stand up in front of the classroom and then have students tell them what to do, and don't do anything they don't tell them to. They have to move a left arm if and only that one if that's what the student says. So move your arm would get lost in the noise because which arm. So you could do it that way, and there's some good online lesson plans for that. This one would be just, or you can follow these sorts of directions here. So the human algorithm is actually taking the activities that the student does for a day, because now we're not just moving something around, we're going to organize a sequence of activities and put them in the right order. Obviously, students will have a different order for theirs. So you're going to, as long as they think through what they're trying to do and put them in the order they're trying to, that they accomplish it, their algorithm is fine. They could have that. You could have this on a slideshow. They could use their student workbooks if they have them, and just number them. We did that up here also, so it's a good way to do that here. And just number the activities. Say, okay, the first thing I do when I got up in the morning is I brush my teeth. Then I study. Then I get my backpack. Then I go to school and somewhere. Oops, I forgot I feed the dog, so I've got to add that in. So have them just number these activities and put them in the order that they do them. That's an essential part of coding and programming. Sequencing, debugging. I forgot the dog, so I have to put them in. Now you've debugged your program, your sequence of activities. This could be done in a large group. It might be better in a small group or individually, because everyone's going to be a little different. Someone might brush their teeth after they get their backpack or after they study. You might add a card for woke up. Up to you. Whatever works. Oh, these three. There is your wake up. And there's eating. Did we have two eatings? No, there's eating. So anyway, there's your, you might add cards, you might take some out, whatever works. So before they leave, a neighbor should take a picture of their algorithm and show the order that I can't get these on one page because of the way the PDF is set up, but they'll be able to just grab those 9 and take a picture of it and then share it with you, so that okay, that's their exit ticket, so that we know that that's done that way. I think that's it. All right, guys. Leave any questions you have for me. That would be great. I love talking to you. And have a great week. I'll talk to you later. Bye.